So welcome guys, this is Porojo Mashinani. My name is Reuben Gakuya, and today I have a talk about mental health. Now I got my young youths here who I want to talk to about this mental health, and they want to give their take about mental health, how to solve them, because to youth, mental health have led to many issues like deaths and other stuff among youths. And ni vizuri kwanza my guests will introduce themselves, so it's your chance.
Okay, hello guys, my name is Betty Wadhaya, an information scientist from Masai Mara University. I'm actually very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I am Jokchumba Kitamlimba from Masai Mara University, a third-year student taking communication and journalism, and I'm glad we're talking about the real issues that are arising among the youths.
Oh, that's good. So Betty, what comes to your mind when you hear about mental health?
Mental health, basically, the state of having, mental fragility, the fact that you feel less,
mental disturbance.
Yes, it's the mental disturbance bit. And you are not okay, you are not yourself. People may think that you are, but actually you are not. Maybe because you have underlying issues that I think that is exactly what you need to address and sink deep into.
Even when we talk about depression and even suicide, we are talking about mental health basically.
So Linda, due to this mental disturbance, there must be triggers that are leading to these disturbances. Can you just give some of them?
Yeah, so most of the triggers I've seen, you find that someone has been heartbroken, they tend to isolate themselves and
being heartbroken in relationships.
You can find that there is someone who has been heartbroken, so wanaona it's better aende ajiisolate akilia peke yake, because ukiambia watu it's like unatuambia nini.
Basically I think relationships among youth, it's the main cause of mental health.
It's the main cause. And then fitting in. When you are fitting in, you can find that there are some people wanna find out to fit in kwa society, it's harder. So kama mimi, let's say I come into nimekuja kutoka university, nimetoka kwetu Ushago. Sijui, I don't know how to dress classy, sijui kuvaa vizuri, sijui kuongea, maybe nina shrub kiasi. So you can find out that most of your friends wanakuambia sasa huyu sasa wewe ni kienyeji. Like wanakufanya unaanza kufeel vibaya juu where you belong, yani
you find your esteem down, they lower your esteem,
wanakulower your self esteem. So when you walk there you are like maybe I don't fit in the society.
And I also think the lifestyle kind of thing, because you find some youths tend to reach
some by the way lifestyle unaweza pata, yani you don't have as much money as your friend, so you can find a friend anaenda super, she's buying snacks, a lot of snacks, and I buy the latest shoes. Unaona beshta akona fila, wewe uko na kabata ngoma kako, so you are like what did I do wrong? You're like wacha ni isolate. Ukiingia class you're like wasinione. Even when you talk about triggers, unaweza sema there is like people are being body shamed. Unaweza pata there is a person who is maybe a plus size person. Mtu self-esteem yake iko lower juu. Watu wakimwangalia they're like wewe kwani unakula chakula ya familia mzima?
It's also good that you have brought in another thing that even this kind of thing that are like body shapes, what you are looking.
Mwingine anakuambia wewe umekonda kwani ukuje.
Hata mostly basically utapata it's not mostly about whatever people say. Social media pia imekuja ina set up, it's really influencing us to like look like someone else. You get kuangalia Vera alafu uanze kujicompare uone unakaa shikwekwe, you know so it's not really about me. Pia social media unaweza pata pia memes
memes. You know, memes can actually deteriorate self-esteem.
Yeah, actually memes.
You're just walking, it's just a normal day for you. And then someone takes a photo of you. All of a sudden, memes, they're creating memes about you. Kidogo kidogo watu wanakucheka just because you wore kofia image, kofia ya yellow, top ya pink and stuff. So
I think social media is addressing the working style,
body shape, unafaa ukuwe na shape si ya shikwekwe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But another thing that I think my colleague angeongeza pia, I think here the fact that people are suffering from long-term abuse, long-term
trauma.
Yes, long-term trauma, and finding a not safe environment to like talk about it, fear of judgment, fear of the fact that people you'll be exposing your secret to someone else. So unapata mtu amejiwekea tu vitu because society kuna venye haita take it like you get.
When you talk about abuse, many people who have gone through abuse, they don't like to talk about it. So if they go through, it is true. And people should like, when someone goes through trauma, wanafaa like wampeleke aone psychotherapist or something to talk about their issues. Wakanseliwe on a way to go forward.
Mostly the introvert. You know, they are the ones that wakiwa na kitu wanajinyamazia. They are the introverts. You know,
they isolate from the society.
Yeah, you know the extroverts. Wakati wako na kitu they can express it and solve it. Yeah, you know, by sharing something that have been bothering you, you have half solved it. And Linda and this thing about mental health, there are some effects, there are some things that and stuff that have been emanated from mental health, and some stuff like this. Maybe you can give examples of those stuff that have emanated from mental health in general.
When you talk of death, I think I take this on a personal level. I was actually thinking about one of my friends who just committed suicide very recently. That was actually last Wednesday. And it's really wrong because the last time we met or the last time we talked, he sounded okay. He seemed okay. And when baby, I just wished as a friend, he talked. He said something. And when he sank into depression all this while, I think he got into a place where he found himself very useless, in particular with the fact that he was sick, and then in the fact that he was getting some really good jobs, but because of his terminal illness, he wasn't able to like sustain it for long. So the last time I heard is that he came back to the house, and then now on a family setup, he was being left alone. Everyone screamed because ungemuuliza, would just smile and say he's okay.
He's okay.
And then again, I don't know, feeling not having that safe space to even tell me, or even having someone to call for an hour and explain exactly what you're feeling was really an issue. So I look back and think maybe I would have done more, or maybe he would have talked.
You feel like you could have helped.
So for me, it's a very, very deep level of sorrow and pain addressing this. And I don't think I would want someone to go through that.
Other things that somebody may arise due to mental health, like drugs.
You might find that there is a person who engages sana, maybe hakuwa ameanza kukunywa like pombe, and then all of a sudden I start engaging. Now I abuse alcohol, hadi ukiniangalia you're like, why are you sleeping in trenches, you're staggering, though you are using hard stuffs. You know, that is one of the main signs by there you can see na useme this person maybe is going through depression.
I'm so sure kuna mzazi anasemanga aje kwenye mtoto wangu amenyamaza. Oh my god, I am so sure some of us are very loud. Ile point mzazi anaona amenyamaza kwa zile za like thank god. then God amenyamaza, you know. But what people don't realize ni hiyo personal trait variation. Unaanza kukua someone that you are really not, ndio hiyo sasa unaanza kujifungia, mwingine unanyamaza sana, mwingine pia even your eating pattern ina change. But sisi tunadhani ni kitu normal. But may change and you are embracing the new habit. What people don't understand ni hiyo ya ndani.
You can even find that there are some people who start acting out, wako aggressive. When you ask them what is going on in your life, they're like, where achana na mimi. You're like, that is by there. I mean, unaweza angalia you
know what the problem is. The parents and the society don't take time to understand the inside struggle, but they just look.
Especially African parents do. When they grew up, maybe their parents hawaku anajua about this stuff, so it's hard for a parent kukuja ku adapt knowing these things zenye hakuwa used to back then. Unajua back then talking about mental health was like hata hakukuwa na issues about mental health. Maybe there were issues but hazikuwa zimekuwa addressed. So our parents, to understand us, especially this generation, wanaona tu nyenye ni watoto wabaya, mnakunywa pombe mingi, mna complain. They don't really understand
what is causing you to do that.
They don't really understand, but if they did understand, maybe if they were taught kitambo, or maybe if they are being taught, maybe where they work, they could be taught by their whatever organizations to embrace mental health issues.
And Betty, I think we could be able to identify that. How can we be able to identify that someone is suffering from depression or mental health in basically so that we can be able to help them?
I think just on whatever I just said before, the personality variation. That change should definitely give you like something to think about. Mimi be there to say it on air, mkipata nimenyamaza, someone kuja nitap, kuja nielewe like you're not okay,
nyamazangi baby. You know yourself.
Yes. Another thing is that being isolation, aggressiveness. You know, I was talking to someone alikuwa akiniambia we can't like basically blame the elder people watu kwa society. Alikuwa akiniambia they were growing in the 70s and in the 80s. Kenya mtu alikuwa anakujaga anakuambia all they knew ni ile party ya kukuja kukuambia niko na stress, which was a very normal thing. So I don't know how like stress will grow from niko na stress zaidi to the fact that he's stressed and in overwhelmed, and then it sinks into depression or something that you really can't address. So I think ukiona mtu any change wewe to just address that. Hata nini mse mwenye ameingia into drugs yenye Linda alisema, just address that.
Okay, Linda, and having the fact that many youth are suffering from this kind of stresses, what actions can you advise them to take so that they can be able to avoid these stresses?
I'll be talking
this mental health.
So basically, if maybe I am going through depression, I can advise the people, maybe the main people who are going through depression right now. What I can tell them is, usingoje ifike the worst point where you're like committing. We will better hear about your story when you're still alive than when we are burying you. Si ati tunakuja sasa kukubari, we hear that you are going through depression.
And what about before it have reached that?
So
this stuff that we talked about that are triggering this stuff, like comparing yourself to others. How can you advise the youth so that they can be able to avoid them, so that they don't end up into this mental health issue?
First, you should not always try to fit in. You should be unique. Everyone is unique, by the way.
Stay by your level.
Well, by the time unaingilia peer pressure, you are looking for trouble. Mimi, like sijitoka kwetu where I am well principled, nikuja nikutane na maybe people who are not wanaenda parties, and then I start joining them. When I start joining them, hiyo ni kutafuta trouble. So I'd advise kama wewe you should just know yourself. If you know yourself,
and
it's better maintain your character. Especially campus though, place watu wanakuja and then they start changing because wameanza kufit in na watu when they are not compatible with. So and then people should not keep quiet. When you feel you're going through stress, tuambie, tutasikia. By the way, tutasikia. Hata kama unasema Brayo ameni at break, we will laugh, but we will listen to you. We will listen to you and we will give you advice. Tukwambie maybe Brayo hatakuwa na kudeserve because he was not acting okay. He was not a good person for you. So tukiku advice hivyo, you'll feel okay about yourself. Even when we talk about body shaming, you should just feel comfortable in your own skin. You should feel comfortable.
Just look to the mirror and think, I
am wonderfully made. And I am beautiful regardless of how you think.
It's whatever people think.
By the way, it's whatever people think.
I think being a person or embracing you, being the person that you want people to see, you have to get it from the inner you. You have to learn to love yourself, embrace your flaws, and just be you.
You should be the main mentor of yourself. The way you are,
love yourself.
Your lifestyle, accept everything.
Love yourself. Don't go into a relationship loving a person more than you love yourself. No, love yourself first, then learn to love another person. If you don't love yourself, anybody can tell you anything. Akwambie wewe ni maka. You know, even skin color can actually make someone start having depression. The way a person talks about your skin color, you are like, ni nini bana, ni nini, kwani are we beefing or something? Like mtu anakuita you are so black and stuff, you are so too nini, you are too kapumpum stuff. No, people should stop doing that with the way.
Unasikia most of the boys wanasema I need a light skin. They need a light skin. So kama light skin utafanya nini?
Alafu kuna mwingine light skin, unaweza pata mwingine light skin maybe akona acne issues and you're like haukai vizuri, ni weupe tu ndio inakusaidia. You know people are so mean actually, and that should stop. By the way, we should start.
Lakini nani madam pia mkue serious, mwache historia American Height. Kama boy ni shopping nataka afanye nini?
Niseme kitu. Okay, to the fact that yes, but tall, dark and handsome ina apply, bado tuko kwa hii place mimi nasemaga like if you have to judge someone, usimjudge na nature. That is something that is beyond the control ya any person. Believe me, if mtu angeamka leo sitaki kukua mrefu, hata mimi ningeamka nikuwe mrefu. If I wanted to be brown, I would just wake up basically and just be brown. But then again nilikuwa nafikiria aje sasa hizi vitu penye tumefika, me what I've learned for whatever like you said, what I've learned so far is keeping a constant check on the friends. Just checking with them if they are okay. Even if they say they are okay, if you notice that they are not okay, just have the constant ile assurance. I'm here for you. You can talk to me. Wape your safe space. That is, I think, what mimi kwanza. Okay, for me, I'm a very busy person, and by the time I get to my house, I'm basically very tired. You can't call me for 1 hour nipe mashida zako. I'm like, boo, hata mimi na deal na vitu vingine, you know.
Unapitia the same things.
But then ndo nilikuwa nasema aje squeezy. I don't know if you've been ever in that setup. I don't know you too. Mjipate mko kwa matu mikana mtu she's talking. You've just met but mashida zake amezimoga zote.
Sijui landlord ndo yeye ananifungia nyumba. Hata sijui nikifika huko kama nitakuwa na chakula and stuff, and you're like where to be. I just want to breathe. I just want to look at the window and think about myself. Si kila time nasikia ukirant about your issues, because I also have issues and siongelelei. So mbona unishautie zako?
So what I'm saying is kwa hiyo point yote ni just listen. Most of the people who kunze hawana mtu wa kuongelesha. Maybe ni safe space na najua kiongea na mabeshto wako busy, mwingine anajua pia watanijudge. So maybe amekupata ni wewe.
Listen and pay advice. Umwambie usi worry about these things. Maybe something will work maybe umjui vizuri, maybe unamwambia tu something will work out. Don't be sad and bitter because of these issues zenye unaona like I can't deal with them, so I can't
be kind to me.
Yeah, be kind. Me personally sikuwa nasikiza juu I was like sasa huyu ananiambia nini. Me when I travel I'm like sisikii vizuri, so mbona but I'll start listening. But I never know what they are going through.
Tuliambia ukipatana na mtu kuja na jiongelesha, wachana na yeye aongee, because people deep inside we are dealing with invisible wounds. Watu wana machungu. And it's necessary wachana mtu.
Especially sahi the cost of living iko high. Sahi kila kitu is expensive. You're like ukiongea me hata sometimes I walk and I'm just like sasa mafuta sijui tutaanza kwenda sijui tutafute mafuta wapi, because like everything is so expensive, so unaweza jipata like you are just talking, because aujui utaongelesha nani,
lakini ni uchungu
juu kila mtu anapitia ni uchungu venye invisible machungu.
Pia uchungu imekuwa invisible.
Ni kila kitu it has become so expensive hadi kuna watu by the parents are even having stress by the way. Sasa ukipigia mzazi anakuambia hata mimi sijui nifanye nini. So like we should look into that. Mtu akikwambia unamwambia mom maybe leo hauna naelewa, so usikuwe like sasa unataka ni do. No, you should understand, umwambie sasa you know even that stress could amount ikuje ikue depression. So unamwambia mom naelewa unamwongelesha ni vizuri, usikuwe like a person who utaki kujali, unataka. You should learn to like understand the situation.
You should be understanding it. Now as my friends, as my guest, as we summarize this day, what can you advise the youth there who is maybe suffering, who is a victim, he is suffering from this thing, he's suffering from the mental health stuff, and he don't know how to come out of it. Maybe you can give just one word and help him get out of all this shit.
Me what I'll say is talk, ongea. Kama hataki kukusikiza, shout, just shout your problems.
There's someone that's here.
Usijifungie. The minute unajifungia, it's where the problem starts.
But what I think is everyone should have just a friend who is open and you can give her or him.
But you know there are some people who believe in being a lone wolf. Wamezoea kukaa peke yao because they feel wakijaribu kuelewa wewe mtazoeana, yani they are just people who love being alone. So kama watu kama hawa yani unawadvise tu, hata kama wakujui maybe wanakuonanga class, unakuja class mapema unakaa huko mbele, they could just come and talk to you about their problems. You could listen. Yani we advise watu msikue quick to tell a person where kuenda huko na mashida zako. Listen to them. Talk to them, tell them it will be okay.
Then maybe you could expect the government also to do something about mental health?
Actually, yes. I think it's the government should take into action like setting up some counseling centers. And I think with the counseling centers, we still need people, leave alone the counselors, just a few members of the society to have like an awareness program, like to be taught, to be given this education that it's not a curse. It's good it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to feel like you don't want to live anymore, and just embrace the fact that this being we can overcome, we can talk, and we can teach each other through this. Another thing I think the government should come up with funding in terms of rehab, in terms of everything else.
Campaigns,
everything else that we need to do, because right now, I think right now it's not an issue, just an issue. Imekuwa issue. Imekuwa kubwa.
Yani watu wana like suicide ziko huku nje.
I think it should be considered as a disaster.
Unaona vile tulitreat corona, I think because yani we look at mental health tunaangalia it's not an issue, but it's a real issue that is eating up.
So thank you guys. It has been a nice talk with you. I know you have helped somebody. There is a youth struggling there, and from your word you will be able to escape.